Now we are going to draw all the fillers and motifs and patterns inside all of these basic shapes. Now I have just given you an overview of the patterns and motifs that you can use in mandala art. If you have your own mandala pattern repository, or if you have your own set of mandala patterns, feel free to choose any of the mandala patterns of your choice. And if you want, you can feel free to enroll for my mandala patterns master course as well, in which I have taught all the basic simple patterns and all of the intricate and layered patterns. I have discussed everything about mandala patterns, and I have discussed 100 plus patterns in that course as well, with step by step guidance. And we have discussed motifs and patterns in general by dividing them into categories like simple patterns, intricate, layered patterns, borders, everything, like literally everything that you can get in mandala patterns. So if you want to learn about mandala patterns in detail, and if you want to learn how you can create your own mandala pattern repository, I would suggest you to enroll for that course as well. Otherwise, if you have your own mandala pattern repository, feel free to just pick up any of the patterns of your choice, and we are just going to fill all the sections one by one. So now we are going to start filling the the entire design and all the areas with patterns, fillers and motifs of our choice. So as you can see that I have selected some of the patterns from my mandala pattern repository. So you can choose any patterns of your choice, or any type of shapes and motifs of your choice. You can just get creative, get inspired by nature. So as you can see that I have started the first layer with very simple lines geometrical pattern, because the starting layer, the basic shape is very narrow, and we have a very less space to draw the pattern. So for this layer I would suggest you to go with very simple geometrical patterns like lines or circles, etc. And for the second layer you can try this kind of or any other kind of motif. So this pattern is basically a combination of two designer motifs, which is this lower motif and this floral motif, and joining these two I have created this pattern. So you can choose any of the pattern or motif for that matter. And since we have a pretty good amount of space right here, I have also added a tiny lotus so that it highlights the looks of the mandala. And similarly for the outer layer I have made I have chosen a combination pattern, which is a paisley pattern and a geometrical pattern. So these patterns kind of add a really good balanced effect to your mandala, because you are adding geometrical pattern and the the designer intricate pattern and balancing them. And just like this layer I have also added a floral portion right here. So feel free to just take any patterns of your choice and draw any patterns. And now we are just going to draw all the patterns and motifs layer by layer.